Get myself situated here. Hello, hello, hello. I'm Erin, and I am a recovering workaholic, and I am in the process of turning my work ethic into my worth ethic. Whew. Say that again. Hi, I'm Erin of Lifted Spirits. I'm a recovering addict and a recovering workaholic. And I am in the process of turning my work ethic into my worth ethic. All right. And inside these boxes, I have something extremely exciting that I've been waiting for almost 5 weeks now to be delivered. Some of you, thank you so much to the 20 some people who have bought, whether it is a physical copy or an ebook copy, or if you have Amazon Kindle, you can get the ebook for free. My heart goes out to you so deeply and humbly for purchasing my book, and I hope that you've started reading it. Maybe it struck something inside of you. Maybe it helped you feel a little bit closer to me and understand my story, or maybe it's helping you figure out what the heck somatic work is, and realizing that somatic work doesn't have to be scary or confusing or complex. Somatic can be simple, it can be sweet, and it can be soothing. So I feel like I need to ring the gong for this one because I got my packages here. So ringing the gong again for the excitement of all that is and all that will be. Okay, it is time. I'm excited. You're going to watch me do this because this is like such a monumental moment. Here, make sure I don't cut anything open. Rip or ruin anything. I got me 2 boxes because at first I ordered a dozen and then people started ordering them. So I ordered 20 more. Eee! I can't believe it. Can't believe it. So I have 32 copies. These are going to be brought with me to my workshops, my classes, anywhere where you're going to see Lifted Spirits. And if you're attending a class or workshop, you're going to find hopefully one of these books. Can't believe it. I can see them, but they're covered. So I can't believe it. I can see myself peeking out from the back of an author copy. Just so you know, I had obviously my manual, the rough draft copy that they sent me before I completed it, tweaked it. So though the book has been released since December 21st, I myself actually haven't seen the physical done completed copy until now. So this is really freaking exciting. And again, I will have these with me for you to purchase in person, and I will have them at my space at the Steel Goat Marketplace. When you walk in the front doors, first level, it splits into 2, left or right. You're going to take a left to Lifted Spirits. Right across from where the stairs are, you'll see my giant, beautiful Oddities art wall. And in just about a week, you'll see right next to it a stand with all the information about Lifted Spirits somatic work, and these books and my Phoenix workbook that I'm excited to announce I have people purchasing and working with. So I'm going to just dig right in because this is my book, and this is me, and this is the golden ticket home. Your somatic guide back to your body, your mind, and your soul. Written by yours truly, Erin Shear. Self-published by myself. So if you are somebody who has a book inside of you that needs to be written, or if you're somebody who has already written the book and you just either don't have the time, the money, or the belief that you can write a book, You cannot just write a book, my friends. You can freaking self-publish your own book. Not to say thank you, Jeff Bezos, but thank you, Amazon Publishing, KDP, for making this accessible thing for me to do. To write my own freaking book? What are you talking about? Get out of here. This is crazy. And it's also crazy to hold this many in my hand at once, so I'm going to, just because, again, never have I ever. She wrote a book. She wrote a book. And she's got books to sell. Wow, there's books on books on books. So again, I've got a nice stock. Wow, I'm just so beyond myself. Oh my God, you guys, this is too cool. Again, I'm honored to announce this and share this. Why I wrote the book is because this past year or two, as I've been doing more somatic work, people know what inner healing is. People know what therapy is. People kind of know what shadow work is. But when I say somatic work, people usually like go, what, huh? So I wrote it in a digestible, comprehensible form, story, pretty much my lived reality and experience of what I've gained and grasped from and through somatics and about somatics. I wrote it in a book, and I wrote it in a way that it's teaching you a little bit about my backstory, so you know why the heck Erin Shear of Lifted Spirits even has anything valuable to offer. And then I wrote the neuroscience side because I love the science. It's way more than just spiritual woo-woo, but I love the spiritual side as well. So I have the science, the spiritual, and then it wouldn't be Lifted Spirits without meeting right in the middle and merging those two together. And honestly, that is how I've found my healing, my 6+ years now from a 13-year opiate addiction, a life of quality of life worth living as an adult now versus, a suicidal young teen and all the addiction and all the abuse and trauma. It's amazing to say that there are ways to navigate life through after the fact, and there is a beautiful life that can be blossomed and maintained and grown after all of the chaos and destruction has occurred. So I always say I'm just a series of tragedies and transformations, and the more people that I talk to and they share their vulnerability with me after I share mine, I'm realizing we are all just different types of tragedies and transformations. And though the tragedies are going to happen throughout our life, that doesn't limit the amount of transformation that also can happen. So that is awesome to know. That's just a little pep talk there. I give you little pep talks. I give you silly little analogies that if you know me, you've spent any time around my presence, I've probably thrown out either a good one or a weird one. But they hit. They don't always make sense, but sometimes they hit and they stick. And then I mentioned, the practices, breath work. We know what that is. Guided meditations, journaling, affirmation, yoga, stretching, opening and releasing, letting things out, and then also integrating after you do some of that, whatever type of work you're doing, coming back into your regular life, it can be difficult. So finding that integration and how to actively, heal amongst all the chaos is also included in there, as well as just a bunch of awesome little seeds and information about somatic work and healing, other books and authors that have helped me through my journey. So I mentioned a bit about that. I got touch on some shadow work books, inner healing, holistic health. Again, neuroscience. Dr. Joe Dispenza is one of my favorite teachers because we know the proof, and those of you that know and that do it and have actively witnessed it, you know the truth behind this, what we're doing spiritually. But a lot of people still will validate that because there's no science backing it up, and we need the science and we need the science. So to have the spiritual proof and the scientific proof, you can't really say, are you sure about that? But sure you can say whatever you want because that's where you're at in your journey. And I'm hoping that this book is able to resonate with each person where they're at in their journey. And then maybe when you pick this up later on, you're in a different season of life and maybe in a different emotional state, and it hits you differently. So the book that I released, it's here in my hands, and it can be in yours. Again, the physical copies are here, which are great. You can purchase it in person with me at any of my workshops at Steel Goat Marketplace or Total Balance Yoga and Fitness Studio, or you can jump right onto Amazon, get yourself a paper book copy, get yourself an ebook Kindle copy, or Kindle for free if you have unlimited Kindle. And I'm going to shut my mouth because well, actually, you know what? I don't know how long I've been talking for. Hello, thank you, Corey, for joining on, and thank you. I'm very excited about this book because I hurt and I had a lot of pain physically, mentally, and spiritually for like way too long in my life. And now that I'm out of that and actively working to maintain it, there's a lot of people that are still suffering, and I don't think we all necessarily need to be. Again, we choose our suffering, and we are able to work through things and grow through them rather than just stick and go through it and, you know, be in the shit. But it's a hard thing to do by yourself, and it's a hard thing to do when our brains are patterned for a certain, you know, feedback loop, which, again, Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches. We become addicted to negative thinking, negative processes, and our brain just becomes accustomed to whatever it's been, you know, in circumference of and what it's influenced by. So a lot of us are just stuck, and I was stuck. I was so stuck for so long. So to be able to be unstuck, look at me, woo, I'm free. I just want to help other people figure out how to do that in their own way, in their own journey, in their own path, and in their own lived reality, because that everybody's experiencing a whole different thing on this wild ride we call life. But really, I am just so thrilled. I would love to sit here and just start reading different chapters from it. So at some point, I do plan to do that. Because there's a lot of good stuff in here. Even as I'm skimming through, it's like so nice. But I'm going to leave you with that. I hope that you all have a lovely day, and I hope that you can get yourself some somatic healing. Maybe purchase the golden ticket home and realize at the end of the day, you have the golden ticket home inside all along. That's a powerful thing. And I love you all, and I hope you all have a lovely, lovely rest of your day and week and month and year and life, wherever you are. It's me. Bye.